Assalamualaikum and good greetings. So in this video I will address a question with regard to the Muslim prayer. This is the comment, and it's a long comment, and I think it will take many smaller videos, and I think I will not address it in one go. I'll just address topic by topic, inshallah, so that at least the video will be specific to topic. Now for today's video, it is about this highlighted comment here. Concerning the question that was asked in the video, why do Muslims have to pray in a certain direction? Now, my question to you is, do you pray in the direction of the Kaaba when you pray? Yes or no? Now, this is actually a follow-up question because this is commented on a video where I address his earlier question, which is this one. Okay, this is also a long comment. Not as long, but this is the first comment I received from him. Prayer is prayer no matter what you are asking for. The question is, why do I have to pray in a certain direction and why towards Mecca? I believe I have addressed it in my video, and yet he commented back again, why do Muslims have to pray in a certain direction and is it to the direction of Kaaba? To deal with this question, first let's understand the word pray. Pray is a word in English. What is it in Arabic? So here is a Google. Muslim prayer. Enter. Image. Now, this is what normally I think when he says about direction to Kaaba, this is the images, right? This kind of images. But you can see also this kind of images, right? Yeah, something like this. Something like this. Something like this, right? Or if you say pray, right? Muslim pray. I think this is more okay, this is just holding the Quran. Okay, this is pray, this is pray, right? So if you say pray to God, right, what do you have in mind? Because you have two different acts in Islam that normally is translated as pray. So one is something like this, basically, if you can see the images. Something like this, right? When you have your hand like this and you actually ask from Allah, you know, you are praying for something, or something like this, something like this, something like this, which actually you have a set of action that in a specific sequence where you perform. Yeah, that's also pray. Like normally when I say 5 daily prayer, that is what we mean. So let's say I search for dua, right? Dua. Okay, oops. It will translate to prayer. What if I search for, where's my salat? Salatun, okay, this one. And it also is prayer. Now that's the interesting part, because when anyone says to me they want to discuss about how Muslim pray, do you mean dua, right, this one, or do you mean salat, this one? In Arabic, in Islamic concept, that is two different acts that is normally translated to the same word. Normally speaking, generally speaking, pray or prayer. The first word is dua, right? So let's say I search dua here. This is dua. I search, and there will be hadith like this, right? There are many hadiths where this is dua. If you can see here, dua. You can see ad-dua, and so on. Ad-dua. And normally the translation is something like this. Let's see, what's the early one? Ad-dua, supplication. Ad-dua, supplication. So normally when we go into technical discussion and looking at the hadith and the translation, normally you will see that dua is supplication, and we will say salat is what? But when you generally talk, we normally use word pray. Yeah, pray to God, right? So that's the confusion. If you look at sunnah.com again, but you search for word salat, then salat here, then you have salat, prayer in bracket. Likulli salat, for every prayer, etc. In the context of salat, it is mainly the act of worship that is specifically taught by Rasul sallallahu alaihi wasallam, And our Rasul sallallahu alaihi wasallam said, you do perform salat like how you see me perform it, right? So that's an exact specific way to perform. And if you talk about, for example, here in the hadith about how many raka'at, etc., so that's the 5 daily prayers. That's the obligation one. Of course, we do many more on top of the obligation one, especially in Ramadan. Back to the question, why I have to distinguish this is because is there any equivalent of dua and salat, these two different acts? For example, in Christianity, what kind of act you consider as parallel to dua, where you ask of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala something, you request for something, for safety, for health, for etc., right? For going to paradise, for guidance, you ask for something. And what kind of act in Christianity that is parallel to salat, which is a specific act of worship, where it is specified that first you do this and do this and do this and this is the direction and so on. What example is an act in Christianity that is parallel to dua, where you are asking for something, praying for something, one, and what is parallel to salat, where it is a specific act of worship as taught by the Prophet? Of course, from many Muslim claims that Jesus also, the way he pray in terms of worshipping Allah is putting his head down, right, as mentioned in the Bible. So that's normally you hear the da'wah, street da'wah, etc., that mentioned that one and cited that Jesus pray as such. That is act of worship, not just asking for something, right? So in this question, it is referring to salat. Then of course, when we talk about direction of prayer, it is with regard to salat. Now salat is first and foremost, primarily speaking, an act of worship. For every day, it is compulsory for us to perform the 5 obligatory ones, and the time is specified. When is the time window for each, and how many rak'at also specified also already. For the first one, the Fajr or the Subuh one, 2 rak'at, for example, and then Zuhur 4 rak'at, Asar 4 rak'at, Maghrib 3 rak'at, Isha 4 rak'at. For example, those are the obligatory ones. So for each rak'at, what do you do, etc., it is already specified and you have to follow accordingly. Right? For example, Allahu Akbar, and then what you recite, Al-Fatiha, and so on, right? And the direction is towards Kaaba. If you ask, why do you face towards Kaaba? I said because that is how it is being made compulsory, meaning that it is an act of worship and obedience. And you can ask, why do you start like this? And then why is your hand like that? And then why you said Fatiha? Why you have all of those? The answer is the same, because that is how it is taught to us by the Prophet as instructed by Allah. It's straightforward. Allah instructed us, make it compulsory for us to do it, this 5 daily prayer in this specified time, in this specific manner. So we comply. Right? So if you are asking, why do you face Kaaba? Because we are complying with the instruction. It's just the same. Why do you start with this hand? We are complying with the instruction. Why do you start this? We are complying with the instruction. Why in Subuh or Fajr you pray 2 rak'at? We comply with the instruction. Straightforward, right? As for if you talk about, because some people say, why do you have to face certain way? Some Christians say, and then they compare it to just pray, asking for something from Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, from God. That's not valid comparison, because that is dua. For every single day, we have so many dua or pray, asking for Allah throughout the day. When we wake up, Alhamdulillah lazi ahyana ba'dama amatana wa ilahin nushur. Okay, that's a dua, that's a prayer to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, asking for something and stating we are thankful to Allah that we are still awake, for example, we are still alive. And then we wake up, we want to go to the bathroom, there's a dua there, Allahumma inni a'udzubika minal khubsi wal khaba'is, for example. And then when you go out from the bathroom, ghufranak, for example, or there are multiple dua that you can recite. And then when you want to eat, Bismillahirrahmanirrahim, for example, etc. When you want to wear your clothes, when you want to start your vehicle, Subhanalladzi sakhkhara lana hadha wa ma kunna lahu muqrinin wa inna ila rabbina lamunqalibun. Now, all of this dua, all of this prayer, right? When you ask for something, when you see you are thankful for something to God, to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, it is not compulsory to face a certain direction, but For salat, for an act of worship and obedience, we comply with the instruction. That's the straightforward answer that I can give you. If it's still not clear, I'm not sure. Perhaps first question that you have to ask first is, what is the parallel to dua in Islam and what is the parallel to salat in when you say prayer in Christian? Is it like dua or like salat? If like salat, then you should be doing it as exactly as mentioned bit by, for example, Jesus. This is when you want to do your acts of worship, do this. So similarly, salat is like that. If you talk about asking from God something, make a prayer to God to ask for something, it's like a dua. It's not compulsory to face Kaaba, so no problem. Hope that answered the question. Thank you for watching. See you next time.